Maik Wiedenbach here with the end to all bodybuilding mysteries. You know what kills everybody's gains? Everybody's? The loss of scapular control. What? What does that even mean? Well, let's say you're doing a chest press, right? What happens when you get tired? This, right? It's in like this. Shoulder press, this, okay? Now if you're like this and your scapula is elevated, how can you contract your pecs? How can you shorten them? You cannot, right? You cannot. If you were to look behind me, you could see how it's not being done, but we can't turn the phone. So, you must develop what I call lower trap activation. So the traps run down here. Most people can only work the top, right? So if you're able to do this and get this feeling, this is what you want to keep. So what do I mean by that? Let's say you're doing pec flies, okay? So all too often you see this, scapula moving wildly. Stand back, you pull the scapula down and back, and now you can actually shorten the muscle, right? So scapular control is the key to gains. Otherwise you're gonna end up very good. So by the same token, if you were to do a pull down, really wouldn't be any different, because the moment you lose your scapula, you're here, your ability to shorten the lats is diminished. Keep them down and back, and the first thing you're moving actually is the scapula. Scapula stays locked, and now the elbows go back. So now I can actually shorten my lats. The same would go, let's say, for the tricep, right? So if I were to kneel down, bring my scapula down, actually push myself into the floor, and now I'm moving the forearms. So now I can shorten the triceps at the bottom. Whereas if I'm to lose it here, it's gonna become trap work, and so all the stuff that you ever see doesn't work. And then lastly, you can see it on a shoulder press, actually shoulders in all dimensions, right? So I'm staying down here, I drive them up, and the scapula is locked, I can shorten. Now, if I lose the scapula and I'm up here, impossible, right? Impossible. So you can even make the same for the rear delt, right? So you go from here, I can work the rear delt. I lose it, and I'm working my mid back. So I recommend that you start each workout with what I call reverse shrugs. You know, just to get that feeling for your lower traps, and then memorize that. So whether you're pressing that way or pulling down, pressing overhead, your scapula always stays down and back, and the gains will be yours. Maik out.